going the Yuri path. I don't give a shit. Misfortune. That's not it. Hopeless. That's intellectual. Unstable. Meager. Essence. Question. Wait. Is this intentional? That Yuri is literally overshadowing Natsuki? I don't think it is. Portrait. Disoriented. Tenacious D. Mausoleum. Vivacious. Uncontrollable. Abstract. Extraordinary. Unrestrained. Contamination. I don't think nightgown is actually it. Covet. Unrequited. Wait, what? This one might actually be passion. No! I really hope I didn't go the Sayori route. Was anyone counting? Shit. I had a pretty good streak of Yuris though. Aw, man, I really hope I got more Yuris in there. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some flack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget about the time? It's a funny story, actually. I recently decided how to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing for a little while, so I've still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, that pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of a flute as well. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Yeah, I like violins. I don't play any instruments. I am like a beginner level piano player, I guess. But that's about it. Thank you. If I were to do anything musically though, it might be singing or like I can't sing right now, but if I were to take like singing lessons or I don't know, man. Or maybe piano. I also like to play the piano. It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano is an instrument I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. We've been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think that I would hate the piano, but for some reason I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father in a way. Monica, you are certainly a talented individual for starting our club from the ground up and now picking up piano on a whim. I doubt I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have passion for it. Which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be awesome! Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like this idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either. But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just run around and eat till you burst. I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone. And speaking of which, where's Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the back room, staring out the window. I walk over her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Swing out squid? Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind could talk to everyone else.
Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. I don't know, you just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mom wanders back to what she asked me as we were walking home together.
It's too much, Max. Fine, seriously.
She shows me another smile. Much bigger and more genuine. Well, it seems much more Sayori-like. There's still something inside me that feels something's up. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain.
Truth, I just didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm a little cranky. Seriously though, I'm probably not too much fun to hang around with right now.
Fucking Papega.
Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap.
Okay, I should be good. I think this game's bright enough to not have to go into fucking Twitch light mode to light it up. When I play dark horror games in the dark, I have to have Twitch light mode as my chat to just so that there's a light that isn't like an artificial light that makes it less scary for me. Sure, okay. Just know that if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? Hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods.
Might be a little strong already.
Well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again, then shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monica, that feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days? I mean, it's been a good few years since we properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed? She changed, weird chimp. Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monica knows more than I do. After all, she's a president, right? Timidly, you approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Max, what's up?
I decide to just jump right in.
Let's just jump into it.
There's no point beating around the bush. Hey, so, have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently?
Wrong? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just she seems a little downcast today. So do you have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before?
No, I can't say I've ever seen her like this before.
Yeah, she said she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try and nap?
Maybe there is something on her mind. My question is why you're asking me, Max? You've certainly known her longer than I have.
Yeah, well, you've spent more time around her recently than I have with the club and all.
I guess so.
But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it just felt like she wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? Just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all.
No, I appreciate you coming to me. I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. Also have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway.
Oh, alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Monica pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in my eyes.
You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while.
Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although, before I joined the club, we had been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. God, I'm so glad I didn't, play the original version first to, catch up or anything. Because this has a lot of recycling!
Hey, I know it's hard, Max. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can always be there. You can't always be there for everyone. She's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know? Huh, really? Yep, she told me she was kind of surprised at first, and she didn't expect you to want to join. But once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine, don't you worry. I sure hope so. Just hope you're right, Monica. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. You're too kind, Max. Nothing to thank me for. I don't trust her. I don't trust her with this mod. Obviously, I wouldn't trust her if this was the original, because I played it before. But I don't even trust her in this mod. I'm kind of leaning towards there's going to be scary shit anyway. But then it's just going to, like, expand on it. And then maybe reset, and then something completely different. Who knows? She stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. Ocher kneeled down next to Sayori and gently talked to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with her, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing else I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice that Yuri's peering over her book at me. Who am I, a vampire? I always know when I'm being watched. Realizing that she's staring, she timidly hides behind her book. Did she overhear the stuff about Sayori? Perhaps she can help. I walk over to where Yuri's sitting and slide into the desk next to her. I'm sorry if I was distracting you. I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Yuri, it's okay. You're not bothering me at all. She sighs, appearing somewhat relieved. I see. Well, I couldn't help but notice you were deep in thought. Is there something on your mind, Max? Well, yes, actually, but how could you tell? She gently flicks a page in her book back and forth, rubbing her thumb gingerly against the corners. I'm usually alone with my thoughts, so I know what to look for. Not that I was specifically watching you or anything. Oh dear, I hope you don't think that's weird of me. Don't worry about it. I think being so perceptive is kind of cool. Perhaps you could help me with something, Yuri. Her curiosity piqued. Is that how you spell that? Is that how you pronounce that? She folds the page she was reading slightly to mark it later, then shuts the book and turns to me. Are you sure I'm the right person for that? I do. You seem to have your head on right, so you'll probably give me great advice. I see. Well, I'll do my best, I suppose. Okay, so I guess the main issue is actually, have you noticed anything about Sayori? Sayori? She glances over to Sayori, who's totally oblivious to what's happening around her. Yeah, things just seem really different, you know? Like she's not herself. I tried to ask her about it, but she just told me she was tired, but I'm not so sure. Yuri idly taps her books with her fingers, apparently thinking things over. That must be quite worrying for you. I'm sorry to hear she's not feeling well. Forgive me if this is an appropriate question, but do you mind me asking how long you've known each other? Gosh, as long as I can remember, really. We've hung out a lot as kids, but as we got older, we kind of drifted apart. Since I've been coming to this club, though, I've had the opportunity to spend a bit more time with her. Yuri nods. Okay, well, perhaps she doesn't feel comfortable sharing what's ailing her. That's not to say she doesn't think of you as a good friend. You just haven't really seen much of each other recently, have you? Forgive me if that sounds too harsh. I place my hand on Yuri's shoulder. She tenses up for a split second, but quickly eases down again. Yuri, trust me. If you were bothering me, I'd tell you. You need to stop apologizing so much. It's really okay. Sorry, I mean... With a soft laugh. She's very sincere. It's quite endearing. I understand where you're coming from, though. Perhaps I'll need to work my way up to that level of connection with her again. Yuri folds her arms and tilts her head to the side, allowing her long violet hair to droop down over the desk. Max, have you heard of the proverb about our three masks? Huh? I don't think I have. It's like the id ego thing, where one mask, there's like a psychology version of it, where like one version of yourself is how you display yourself to the world. One is how you display yourself only to those close to you, and then one is how you display only to yourself. Versus in public, yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I could skip it because I can explain it better. Notice how he said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori acts, the way she feels aren't necessarily the same. I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up? Felt as though maybe something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition is trying to guide you towards that conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Although I must admit, I'm curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused that. I assume you don't know of any potential events that could have had an impact on her life too. Nothing comes along, although as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. She turns to face me wearing the plaintive smile. I understand this must be quite frustrating for you, Max. You want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes there's only so much we can do. For now, your best bet would be simply to let her know you're there for her without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you whenever she feels comfortable in doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person looking out for her. Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days. Monica said something similar to me just now. Or the back of my neck in embarrassment. Okay. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what any friend would do, right? There's nothing extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori. So humble. Be humble. Anyway, do you mind if we do some reading? I can't do anything else for Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off of it. Of course. I thought we could carry on with the portrait of Marco. That's okay with you. Yeah, sure, that'll do fine. But before we get into it, I just wanted to say thanks for listening to me. I mean, you've been super supportive even though this stuff doesn't really have anything to do with you. So I really appreciate it. You're a genuine person, Yuri. Not to mention, you've got a cool taste in literature. I don't know what to say. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, sorry. It's just that you're really mature and insightful. For someone like me, who isn't very good with emotions, is fucking... Hold on. Is the goddamn nightlight on? Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling something was off. Okay. Yeah, everything should be good now. Okay. On with the show. Sorry, I'm just not really used to people being so nice. My friend, that's kind of surprising. Sure, she's a little quiet, but she's really got her heart in the right place. It's okay. I should have been a bit more mindful. Shall we start reading? If you wouldn't mind, thank you though. I'm glad you joined the club, by the way. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club. Why don't we share poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their nose, and I do poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica. She smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. What is Sayori? It's good to see you taking poetry seriously, Max. Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how much I'd like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be. You've really been influenced by Yuri, too. Have I? Okay, good. That means my simpage was successful.
Specifically,
What? No, I didn't. Gave you that impression.
it's a nice poem, by the way.
Ah, thank you. Awkward silence descends upon us.
It's good to see you making friends, though. Seeing you get closer, though, seeing you happy, it makes me happy, too.
I'm trying to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with the pen in her hands. Her words don't really match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it, though, as I already know what the response would be. How's your nap, by the way?
It's great. Really helped.
I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact that she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I have a mouth to call her up, but then I start remembering Yuri's words. Perhaps now isn't the best time to ask about whatever's on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us. Hopefully 6 feet, going with those CDC guidelines in these troubling times. That would make me very happy. As much as I don't want to admit it. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Yuri said, all I can do now is let her know I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you just have to work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey, Sayori, look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have cried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do, well, it's like nothing.
It's okay. I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monica told me that she wanted to discuss her festival preparations after everyone is done sharing poems. So I should probably show my poem now. Here it goes. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away there is a castle. In the castle there is a wish. The wish came to be long ago. She was made to be an angel. I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish. Just to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept their safe dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad. I was happy too. I was. It truly was enough to be a fairy godmother. The one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept passing on as I gave my all. I had nothing left. I couldn't stand it. But I kept on going as I'd always done. A soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick, make it all go away. When everything's big and bright, what more can anyone wish for? How long it would keep up. But they kept living happily ever after.
You read her shitty ass poem.
So,
Wow, Sayori, I had no idea you could write like this. Is something else? Have others seen this?
the first one I've shown it to.
An honor, right? What's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods, and people like that, but eventually they kinda got used to it.
So, it's okay, because at least they were still happy. This person in the kingdom's wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. As long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when others are happy.
Aha, my fucking brightness is wrong. There we go. That's a much better brightness. Jesus Christ, that's not blinding me now. Okay. Okay. Actually, if I'm gonna be playing kind of like this, I'm gonna put it like that. It's the most important thing. I look back at the poem, trying to pick up on the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on her just her to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into this a bit too much. Just a bit. I just feel kind of sorry for her. I'd be like, am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. Poems can get such a reaction out of you, Max. What the fuck is going on? Why is the Microsoft Store coming up? Go away. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night. You seem to pick up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how this poem relates to Sayori. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that, though. Well, I hope the angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She just might be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdom are. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair they get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is my only response. She gonna die. Yeah, no thanks. What? You didn't even... What a bitch. Max, it amazes me every time you show me a new composition. Your poetry's phenomenal. I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me feel somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece. Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't have an innate talent for writing, but I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best. That's you, Yuri. My goodness. Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes. This feeling, I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing. Yeah, it really is. I still can't believe you've never shared your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work. You say that, but I'm not sure it's that simple. How so? Well, Yuri looks out of the window wistfully. Max, do you know what I do in the afternoons? I like to find a quiet spot to eat lunch by myself. Oh no. It's a wonderful time to reflect on things without distraction. In fact, I'm also able to catch up on my reading. Do you know why I enjoy reading so much, Max? There are so many amazing types of people within the pages. People who might infatuate you. Or perhaps someone who could make you smile in your darkest moments. It might sound pathetic, but it makes me feel better about my solitude. It's almost as if I have my own group of friends. Is that weird? I don't have to worry about disappointing them. They don't find joy in deriding me. And they don't hate me for acting so insufferably pretentious. Yuri, do people really say those things about you? People might think I'm haughty. Oh, I think you're a haughty, alright. Or that I'm a know-it-all. But in actuality, I know nothing useful about the world. I might be able to tell you what defines a Shakespearean sonnet, but I'm totally lost when it comes to socializing. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that it became apparent that something was missing. You. Me? Are you sure? Yes. The fact that you're willing to be patient with me, it really means a lot to me. I know there's so many things wrong with me, Max. My diction is irritatingly slow.
I'm never able to find confidence in my own opinions, and I look for hidden depths where they don't exist. But despite all of that, you didn't leave me. Max, I can count on one hand the number of people I feel comfortable talking to. You're one of those people, and I'm so grateful for that.
I see. Well, in my eyes, you're an incredible person. It'd be weird if I didn't treat you nicely, you know? I joined this club hoping to meet some new people. I'm glad I got to meet you.
Yes. I'm glad that I got to meet you too.
Yuri hides her face in her hands. Not like this. However, well, that's more of a failfish, I guess. However, I know she is smiling this time. Yep. What's up, Frosted Lakes? How are you doing? You just come in. I just love it. You just come in and you just say my favorite emote. I don't know. Okay. It's not even that funny. It's just like the fact that that's the first thing you say. Do you want to show me your poem? Oh, not Pago. Okay, they're very good. They're both really good. Pago is a lot easier to ruin though, cause like it's so funny and good on its own, and kind of vague and I'm just looking at the dumbass face of Pago right now while trying to explain it. The vagueness along with just how funny it is, and like really popular streamers' chats, it can get overused so badly. Like everything is Pago. But like, thankfully I don't have that problem yet. So hey, people can use it appropriately and it can be funny. So, kind of similar with Kamambra, but Kamambra is more inherently bad than Pago. But oh god. Yeah, those will definitely be some first world problems if I get a chat that's so cancerous that I have to remove emotes. That would be amazing.
Yes, I do. Let me get it for you.
This is interesting music, alright?
Heartbeats, pounding eyes, exasperation, flowing liquid conflagration, rhythmic pulse of candid blush, delicate notes, thoughts that rush.
I think this is definitely new. I don't think she would rhyme like this. In the original, in the non-modded version.
A considerate quail quietly quelled, sleepy ribbons of bliss excelled. Careful hearts are wild and flimsy, patched or broken on ultimate whimsy. Nebulous trails of dainty treks, final thoughts, no turning back. Irrepressible, fervent drive to breathe, kindness calmed, that will never leave. Exalted glow of fluorescent moss, graceful steps of love or loss, happy thoughts or hidden grief, a cautiously cut crimson leaf.
Beautiful. Oh wait, there's more. What? Wait, there's more. Thrashing head. Thrashing. Oh no, not thrashing head. That's a little darker. I don't think we're there yet quite in the story for thrashing heads, but
Thrashing thread of an untamed gaze, cacophorous chaos of hearts ablaze, sparkling sounds of silent desire, from strawberry rhythms that never tire.
yeah, you gotta love Yep and Pago. And obviously the staple emotes like Gotchi Hyper, Weird Champ, Pog You. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. Instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Oh, and you gotta love Omega Lol, dude. Alright, have fun, even though you're a Papega that held the shift key when trying to type try hard 7. Good one, dude. Thanks for tuning in. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, of course not. Try hard and. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, this one, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Also, this clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she wrote about. Meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. Maybe it's hypocritical of me, but I'm not sure if I can explain this one. Don't worry. The meaning is pretty clear to me. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. You must have put a lot of thought into this one, huh? Yuri nods. Well, I'm really happy that you showed me this poem, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. A small smile plays across Yuri's lips. Oh my god. Yuri's lips. Allows. Okay. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to a warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Hey, don't need a cum sock anymore. Hell yeah, Pog! There's something so pure about it. After the very unpure thing I just said. You always know what to say, Max. Perhaps someday I can make you feel good too. Ooh. Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, I'd like that. Yuri finally turns back toward me. We should probably think about sharing with the others. But I'll see you later, won't I? Yeah. I promise, Yuri. That Yuri pivots around on her heel, making her way back to her desk. Monica! Hi, Max. I appreciate Monica wanting to talk about Sailor with some, but she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything, and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but we can have a festival coming up soon. Guys, I just thought of something fucking genius. I can cut and render VODs on my laptop while actually streaming on my gaming PC. PogChamp. Okay. You guys probably didn't care. Pogo didn't ask, but that'll certainly help my YouTube channel. Ever since I got the new PC bill. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's not just a little bias during the poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says it with a teasing tone, but a chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject?
Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance.
Right. It's definitely not something I can relate to.
Don't worry so much, you'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far.
So you say.
Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Here it is. I let Monica take the poem.
The Box Part 2. Hold up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful, the most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirl, she is inanimate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful. The most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins as the box melodies goes tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns upon a look of blank composure painted on her facade.
Okay, I need to stop with the whole box meme.
She dances for my amusement, and yet I'm evaded by amusement.
The room spins around me, vertigo. I want answers,
but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin porcelain, and this all she is meant to be is a papega. I need to stop being a papega.
Is this the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. Okay, the ballerina's her, and she's like trying to break out of the fucking game, and she breaks the fourth wall. We know.
You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. Never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
No, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy, befitting somber subjects for a somber day.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time, but how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to?
Fivehead. True though. You gotta hit your low points and you gotta have bad times to really appreciate the good times. I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. A lot of very simple things that are enjoyable for me. I will say, like, going through, like, depressing parts of my life, it makes the little good things a lot better, and it makes me more happy. Like, very early in the year, I was in a really bad place, and ever since I started streaming, just like whenever someone chats a little, or just a follow or whatever, just any sort of interaction and growth, it's just really, really cool. Even though in the grand scheme it might not mean much, but I don't know, it just makes me really happy. The year for me personally is getting better, just because of some personal stuff early in the year that really sucked. Yeah. when I do stream, it's usually a lot of fun. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing any more is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works that most people won't receive any attention, at least relative to the most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you also shouldn't think of things in terms of popularity and numbers and views. Whoa, true though. Yeah, that's the thing with streaming. If you focus too much on the numbers, it makes it less enjoyable. That's why I just kind of stream, pretend like I have a large audience, because if you do that, I think it makes it more entertaining. And then whenever people chat, just, talk to them and just enjoy the time you have with them. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I'd say that's enough success. That was the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone, we're all done sharing poems, right? In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all gonna do for the festival. You still remembered? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, as I was saying, well, I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making her specialty, cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. Cock. I want to make some goodie bags for everyone and put in little quotes, marks, and candies. Why, yes, that was it. Great idea. People will love that. Indeed. We're glad you're helping, Sayori. You guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing, though. Of course, because I'll be making them. Well, sure, collect the flop. How about you, Yuri? Ideally, I'd like to do something that could enhance the atmosphere of our performances. I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Aromatherapy. I mean, technically, if you're talking about curing insomnia with aromatherapy and fucking putting you to sleep, technically what I just did is a compliment. But the whole concept of it... Oh my god, is it overblown? It's literally just pleasant smells. Pleasant smells can alter your mood, and altering your mood can... have health benefits, yes, and that can be amplified by the placebo effect. So yeah, they're useful in that sense, but they're not gonna cure a cold, not gonna cure a horrible disease, definitely not cancer, definitely. I'm going off on a tangent. I don't know, that type of stuff just triggers me. Like, I'd say crystals are much worse because there's not even like a good smell placebo towards it. That whole the naturopath, like the home remedies, the fucking holistic voodoo shit. so annoying to hear about, especially as someone that wants to be a doctor.
Of course, that's fine. I'm excited to see what you come up with. You've also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that.
Yuri ponders for a moment.
How about some banners and decorations? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself.
Well, great minds think alike, right? She just turned into a robot. She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns to me. Har 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 har.
Anyway, that just leaves you, Max.
The only club member who's useless.
Don't say that. In fact, looks like all of us have a lot of work to do for the festival. Pretty sure I speak for everyone that I say some help would be much appreciated. So it's basically a choice between who to spend my week on. I know someone feels so nervous. I suppose I could use a bit of help. Not that I really need it, but if you want to help bake stuff, I could always have you do some dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat.
You know I would know it. I would totally yoink one.
Natsuki, I doubt Max will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd better off assisting someone else. Well, that's up to for him to decide. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that? Besides, how hard could making decorations be anyway? It's not as I'm speaking for myself. Monica and Sayori would likely be appreciative of help as well. And not that it really matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work. So does baking. You've never baked a day in your life. How can you possibly know?
Throughout their bickering, I can't help but notice that Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I overthinking this? It's possible. It's impossible to think properly with the arguing going on.
Guys, settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like Natsuki said, Max is the only one who gets to decide how he'd like to contribute. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on Earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work to do, too. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree, we're merely discussing our workloads.
Nah, they want some dick. Looks like Monika's united Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy.
Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just move on already? Alright, then moving on. Max, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case...
Oh, of course I'm going with Yuri. Probably be the most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Max?
Yeah. What a fucking simp for Yuri. Jesus Christ, dude. That's okay with you, Yuri?
Of course. Sorry, I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. Your assistance will be much appreciated. Okay, well that's sorted then. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking stuff? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay, how about you, Sayori? We can work together if you want. Okay, thanks. I'm an independent bunch. You all are. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it.
Oh, I did the wrong voice wrong. Whoops.
Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but excited is. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit.
She glances in my direction.
Feel the same way, Max?
Yeah, I haven't really made any banners before, and I don't know much about aromatherapy, whatever that is. So it'll be a new experience for me. Sorry in advance if I'm not very useful here.
No, there's nothing to worry about. I appreciate you offering to help me in the first place.
Good to know, it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's the spirit, guys. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? I'm just looking forward to making all of those cupcakes. Those new students better appreciate them. I'm sure they will, don't you worry. After all, they look just as nice as they taste.
There's a general murmur of agreement.
I have a little surprise in mind with the cupcakes that I think everyone will like. Oh? What'd that be? What'd that be? Abby.
Natsuki rolls her eyes.
It's called a surprise for a reason, dummy. You'll find out on Monday. Of course, how silly of me to forget. Anyway, there's nothing more to discuss for today. Everyone knows what they're doing, so I'll see you all on Monday with your festival stuff. Oh, sorry, before I go, Sayori, anything else you want to add?
Sayori has been awfully quiet. If I wasn't so worried about her, I might have forgotten she was in the room.
No, I'm okay, thanks. I'm looking forward to what your little mystery is, Natsuki.
As Natsuki and Monica leave, Sayori turns to Yuri and I.
Thanks, Yuri. Hope you two have fun.
She giggles as she walks out the door. Hang on. We're meant to walk home together. As I move forward to intercept her, I feel a light tapping. It's Yuri looking incredibly sheepish. Bat?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. Just, I realized we have no way of contacting each other this weekend.
I forgot myself, actually. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Do you want my mobile number?
I think that would be the best way, yes.
Okay, here you go. Exchange number. I'm in, dude. We got our number. As I add her name to my list of contacts, I realize how small my contact list actually is. Same, dude, same. Actually, I haven't cleaned out my contacts, so I have a bunch of people from, like, middle school that I have no intention of contacting, and if I did, it probably wouldn't even be the right number. Apart from Sayori and my parents, it's basically empty. Reminder of how life was before joining this club.
Max?
Huh? Sorry, I must have spaced out.
It's okay, I was just saying I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's fine. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. Guess it's not really that important either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. It turns out she has like pet chimpanzees that are like only nice to her, but like fucking try to bash the skull in of any man that shows up. I hope I can actually contribute to whatever you have in mind, Yuri. I'm not nearly as creative as you.
Don't underestimate yourself, Max. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason I want with the most common sense. Just to help you because it's simply what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Besides, you helped me a lot with Sayori earlier. I have to return the favor somehow. Wait, what does this button do? Does this skip to blue sky stuff?
There's no way you sincerely mean that.
Of course I do. You're a delight to be around, Yuri.
See, forgive me, Max. It's just, I rarely hear such kind things spoken so genuinely. I
really can't understand why anyone would say mean things about her. Just because she keeps to herself, or because her interests deviate a little from the norm. Regardless, I really do want to spend my Sunday with you, Yuri. Can you believe me? She looks at me straight in the eyes, deep in thought. It's almost as if I can hear the gears turning in her head. After a brief moment, she sighs and nods.
Yes, I believe you. I hope that we have an exceptional time together, Max. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. I'm doing it again. What I wanted to say was, I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Gentle smile plays across her face. Me too, Yuri. I leave the club room, Yuri following behind me. Looks like Sarah didn't wait up for me. She's probably at home by now. Can't help but feel guilty about not walking home with her, but maybe she really does want to be left alone. It certainly explained why she seemed to shrug off my attempts to help. But I feel like something's off. I wish I could just focus on what's going on in front of me. Okay. 24 FPS Pog. It's a cartoon. Who gives a shit? Cartoons are meant to be like 24 FPS. I actually think this is new. Obviously. It's Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a bit. What? It's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Peek out my window and notice Yuri? She's not supposed to be here for a little while. I go downstairs and open the front door. I was worried that this was the wrong house. I probably should have asked about it earlier. No, it's okay. You're a bit early though, but that's alright. Glad she took the time to tidy things up before she arrived. I took the time to tidy. If she'd arrived early and I hadn't done anything, I would have been really embarrassed. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. I suppose I was just a bit anxious that I'd followed your directions wrong. You could have always texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. I'm mutating. Okay. Sound like a fucking orc, don't I? I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. Bought a bondage. Van. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Well, I actually had a bit of trouble. Is that so? You were texting me a list of art supplies yesterday, and I was supposed to pick them up for today. Part works out better this way since she'll be able to get exactly what she's looking for. Well, we should be able to take some things from the art room at school. As long as I could leave my things at your house first, I'd rather not carry them with me. Oh, damn, we are in. Sure, no problem. Quickly open the front door of my house so Yuri places her things just past it. That way we'll see them as soon as we get back. Right then, shall we? This is new. The two of us briskly start walking to school. The weather's beautiful and a light breeze blows throughout the streets. Yuri's rather quiet, but she doesn't seem to be annoyed. I've come to learn that she tends to appreciate things from afar, so her silence isn't too worrying. It's odd being at school on the weekend. The mood of the place feels totally different without the crowds of students around. True. Yuri leads me down a long corridor until we reach a large, imposing door. This should be it. With a slight creak, she opens the door and heads inside. Oh, this is new. Cool. This looks really good. The smell of dried paint lingers in the air. Ooh. I like that smell. I like the smell of paint. I'm no artiste though. While not terribly large, this place should have what we're looking for. I'm sure artists love the smell of paint because they have a lot of positive associations. Okay, so we'll need a large cloth banner and some paints. Do you have brushes ready? I think so. Couldn't hurt to get some more though. Yuri strides through the classroom, a determined look on her face. It's a quite stunning contrast to how she usually appears. I kind of like it. She bends down and pulls a long, thick sheet of fabric from a shelf down below. With surprising haste, she folds it up into a neat bundle and tucks it under her arm. You know, Max. Yeah? I will. She closes her eyes, taking a quick breath. I know we haven't even started yet, but this is nice. We're
We're doing something so simple together, yet it feels so enrapturing.
Yeah? It's a bit forward, huh? Yuri seems to think so too, as her face flushes. Flushed emoji with the left point right.
I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. Oh, we're not even decorating yet. I'm ruining things.
She retreats into the deep purple shroud of her hair, fishing with a loose strand. Now this is the Yuri I'm more accustomed to. Yuri, I thought we went over this. You don't have to worry about that. I know that's just your way of expressing how excited you are to start working on our part for the festival, and I'm excited too.
Okay, if that's how you really feel.
She nervously scans the shelves, picking out the various different paints we need. In the end, we spent a bit more time than I was expecting here. It seems Yuri really pays attention to the quality of what she wants. But if it'll make things go well with Yuri today, I don't mind. Right, shall we head back to my place and get started on this?
Yes, we should have everything we need now.
So we arrive back at my house. I unlock the door and guide her up to my bedroom. We're gonna get the
smishy smash.
There should be enough space for us to work on the banner up there. As soon as I open the door, let me just okay. Censor nudity's on, thank God. As soon as I open the door, Yuri wanders around my room curiously. I'm gonna have Streamlabs up and running just in case. I need to turn off the game capture. Okay. Perfect.
Max, your house is remarkably tidy.
Cleaned it before you came over, so.
Well, you didn't have to do that just for me.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
I see. That makes sense, after all. A clear room makes a clear mind, does it not? Cleaning can be very therapeutic. I would have been more than happy to have helped you.
Please, what kind of host would I be if I left this place a tip? Huh? Besides, I like to know where everything is in my room. Everything has its own place, you know? Yuri nods and walks over to my desk. She carefully studies the various collectibles I've set. Suddenly she reaches down and... Wait, don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
Do forgive me, Max. I shouldn't be poking around the property of others. I don't know why I did that.
It's okay, well, never mind. I mean... what is it? My fucking hentai collection? I let go of Yuri's wrist. She starts to fidget with her hands, gently squeezing them. So, what did you have planned, Yuri?
Yes. Thought about some ways we could transform the room with the right atmosphere, pieces. We can morph the world into our own citadel of expansion, our domain of declension.
Yuri blushes. Perhaps she feels as though she got a bit carried away. That sounds ambitious. What kind of atmospheric pieces were you thinking of?
Well, even something as simple as adjusting the lighting or employing aromatherapy could be wonderful.
Wow, I'm impressed, Yuri. You've really put a lot of thought into this.
It's nothing really.
I love how I started the stream with a triple game plan. 3 games, this, FNAF 6, and Joy of Creation. And you already know it's only gonna be this, if even. Might not even fucking finish this game. But, you know, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know how much longer, but I'm fine with this being a long stream.
Through our words, our visitors can experience our struggles and strife vicariously.
It sounds intense.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah, like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a cylindrical wooden object and places it on my desk. It's an oil diffuser.
I thought about covering the windows up and having small candles provide the room's illumination. I think it would make our event much more of an intimate affair. Don't you agree?
Ah, yeah. Well, Yuri worded that sounds a bit forward, doesn't it? I choose not to press it though. What's that wooden thing though?
Oh, it's an oil diffuser. It's actually my personal one. Tell me, Max, how much do you know about aromatherapy?
Not as much as I'd like to, huh?
Ah, well, let me tell you about it a little.
Is she gonna try to fucking scam us and sell us a $200 diffuser with like an oil set that like costs fucking $50 and like fucking try to scam us saying that it's gonna cure our insomnia, depression, anxiety, leukemia, lung cancer, sickle cell anemia, osteoporosis, diabetes, fucking heart disease, literally every disease ever. Is that what she's gonna do? Because if she's about to do that, I'm about to like ditch and just go for fucking Sayori at this point. I don't know. Sayori's far gone at this point.
I believe the scent of an area can completely alter how we perceive it. Being able to alter the aura of a room like that, there's something magical about it.
Yuri opens it up and retrieves a tiny glass bottle from her bag alongside a bigger plastic one filled with water. She empties a larger bottle into the diffuser, then uncaps the tiny bottle and adds a few drops to it, then pushes a button. That sounds about right. Within seconds, a delightful smelling mist delicately floats out of it. Wow, that smells wonderful. What was the stuff you were adding to it?
Oh, it's my favorite essential oil. It's derived from the jasmine flower. It has a beautifully alluring scent. Wouldn't you agree?
It really does smell nice. Is there a particular reason you chose it?
Well, it's true that jasmine can aid relaxation. It has various other properties.
It makes you horny, I think is what she's trying to get at.
It can enhance your emotions and stir the mind. What might simply be curiosity can grow into enrapturing awe and wonder. A mild interest can blossom into an exciting infatuation. Some describe it as an aphrodisiac, but I think that has more to do with the warm feelings it can give you. You're drawn in, your heart pounding along with the world around you. Doesn't that sound...
Bear with me.
Doesn't that sound... pulchritudinous?
Fuck, wrong one. Pulchritudinous. Hold on. Chat. I strive to be right, and if I'm wrong, I strive to correct myself. Okay. There we go. Okay. Chat, let's see if I'm right. Is it pulchritudinous? Wait. Say it.
Pulchritudinous.
Boom! I popped off. I've never even seen that word before. I'm sorry. Was I right? Was I right? One more time now.
Pulchritudinous.
Hell yeah. Fucking 5-head, a lyrical genius, a word master. All right. That is enough of that. Let me just unmute it. Okay. Pulchritudinous. Wait, fuck, I don't know what it means. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. I'm not sure what that word means, but based on the reaction, it must mean something good. Oh, my phone's dead. Or it's not dead, it's just not on. I'm looking it up! Pulchritudinous. Beautiful. That's a good simp word. That's a great way to simp. And also look like an absolute 5-head at the same time. Call the girl you like pulchritudinous. That's guaranteed to get you the drip. 100%. You're quite an expert on this, aren't you? I'll trust your judgment. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. How am I already done with this coke, dude? I just downed it. Smiles gently, clearly enjoying. She again reaches in her belly. Won't be using the paper for holding origami. That's a weird one.
What I'd like to do is write a different kanji character on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the kanji paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
No, it would be pulchritudinous.
It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
It's actually really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. It's just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Max. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Alright. Sitting on the floor together, two of us get to work. Carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. She then reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. Silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched onto it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well,
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
I'm going to think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. Teach their own, you know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Here we go. Yeah, I promise.
Okay, I guess I'm kind of in the knives. You're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. Combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's all an interesting thing to be into, I guess, but I think it kind of suits you.
Suits?
Yeah, it's kind of intense, huh? Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Yeah, I've noticed something interesting. When my Streamlabs is on my 144 Hz monitor, it's 144. But when the Streamlabs is on my 60 Hz monitor, I'm locked to 60 FPS. It's so weird.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. Good. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its short I feel the point of the knife in my index finger. Ow! Max? Papega? Why'd you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives a closer look. That's... She serves a noticeably finished. Where do you keep your first aid kit? You need to sterilize the wound and then wrap it to halt the blood flow. That's smart. Do you have gouts? Shit. I raise my hand, cutting Yuri off. Yuri, I don't think it's that serious. Probably just needs a bandage. Yuri's pupils narrow, perhaps afraid that she went too far. Come on. Weird champ, Yuri, weird champ. But I appreciate your concern. Will you be okay for a little while? Oh, yes, of course. Quickly run to the kitchen and rinse the cut, then apply a small plaster. Stings a little, but that should be the worst of it. Okay, so no no thumb sucking in this mod, I guess. I don't know how to feel about that, man. I'm a little hurt that they took the thumb sucking out, but you know, maybe there'll be better things to come. Maybe we get to fuck her right here, right now. As I return, Yuri's eyes start around the room, as though she were too embarrassed to look at me. I went a bit overboard there. I'm sorry if I made things awkward. Yuri hangs her head shamefully. Yuri. My parents were doctors, so I always tend to jump to the most severe conclusions when it comes to personal injury. My girl! I knew there was a reason I liked her. I never know how to read the situation. I'm sorry for making you feel so out of place. Oh, maybe one day when I'm affiliate and I can make sub-emotes, I can do like a doctor emote. Not a fucking doctor disrespect emote, but like an actual medical emote. Cause that's like a passion of what I want to go into eventually. Your own home, no less. Oh, Yuri. She's way too harsh on yourself. How can I fix this? It's really okay. Your heart was in the right place. She doesn't look up. I appreciate that you were concerned about me, but I'm fine, see? It's only a tiny nick. It's my fault anyway, for being so careless with your knife. God damn it. The auto stream alert. It went off anyway, but it went off like 2 hours late. So my Discord got 2 stream alerts. Nice. Sorry for anyone annoyed by that thing. I see. The panic in her eyes evaporates, replaced by a calming stillness. Seeing her ease up a bit is reassuring. Maybe the oil diffuser is helping? Thank you for being so patient with me, Max. Very cute, go shy. That was really cute. I was definitely not expecting it. My face grows hot. Yeah, no worries. Clear my throat. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I'll continue to make progress on my kanji. After we finish attaching a paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and seems like it'll be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this year. Thanks. It's going to look wonderful, isn't it? Are you ready to move on to the next steps? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Well, remember the paint and the banner? I'd like to make something with that. Something to display the club room. Oh, that's right. Mira made a big deal about fetching the banner from the art room. She must have been looking forward to this. There we go. Could you retrieve the paint and brushes from the other room? I can stay here and unravel the banner. Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. Thank you very much. I downstairs and picked up a bag filled with acrylic paints. There's mixing palettes in several different colors. I stopped to fill cups and water for the brushes afterwards, and then go back upstairs. Yuri, Max. Open. Uh-oh. Yuri. Stop cutting. As I open the door, Yuri is hurriedly rolling her sleeve over her arm. Nothing. Her face is a little red. Is it too hot in here? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's get to work. I can't shake the feeling that there's something she's not telling me. I don't push the point any further. So, I think if we did a color grading across the banner, it would look wonderful. Starting with warm colors and blending into darker shades. I thought a day-to-night cycle would be really pretty. Once it's finished, we could write something inspirational across it. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. I kneel down on the opposite side of the banner as Yuri. I just got one of those, like, shivers. Not because I'm scared or anything, or it's cold, just random. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots to the colors across the banners to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. True. It's relaxing, true. If this is too immature for you, then I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, I suppose it is. I'm glad you feel that way, man. Yuri places her brush down, pondering to herself. Most people our age want to do wild things, but I'm usually more comfortable doing something soothing. I'm quite content with just a bit of company. Even if it's something simple like reading. We don't need to be talking a lot. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Ow. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? I don't think so. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out, get a small towel and dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Oh my god, girl. Okay. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is there something wrong? It's warm. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I don't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my head. Yo, warm water on a towel feels fucking good. But suddenly, Yuri holds my wrist. Hold on a moment. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slight-parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a minute ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Damn it! Sorry. I'm feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. Her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots, look like stars, looking at the banner as a whole. It's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. Really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. Needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
In regards to arts and crafts, but I think there's a little more for us to do in here. Phew.
Say that like you're glad it's over. Mr. Miranda, assume you're at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. Need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? Secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of we to make
Longer. Fucking hell, dude. Blue balling us.
I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yes.
So I shouldn't be disappointed.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I can understand why. Sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Friends. I'm like almost out of frame. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Damn it. We don't get to smash, dude. Worst mod ever. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. I'm glad I was here to help, able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will.
Well then, Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking about today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you could come over, we could go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumbled over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, Max.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Okay, when are we gonna get to the fucked up shit?
This is just making me feel like an absolute weeb, tumor, hentai boy. And that's not who I am at all. No cap. No, not no cap as in the fucking joy emoji, no cap, like baseball cap emoji, fucking lit 100, fire, sunglasses with shades, okay hand. Not that bullshit. I mean no cap, the Twitch emote. No fucking lie. No cap. It's just not who I am. But it's making me feel like that because we're not at the fucked up shit yet. And if this was on the pace as, if this was the same pace as the other game, or as the original, I should say, we'd be there. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't want to make things awkward, but I would like to spend more time with you as well next. She takes a slow, deep breath and releases my hand. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you at the festival. With one last smile, Yuri starts to head home. Looks back over her shoulder, but then quickly turns back around. I'm grateful that I got to do this with Yuri. I enjoyed my time with her a lot. The way she said she simply enjoys having company, I understand exactly what she means. Tomorrow's going to be incredible, I just know it. Cap. Wait, Sayori didn't confess. Wait, is Sayori not gonna kill herself?